Hey everybody, it's Chevy, Nobody Else's Auto. More cool new inventory to check out tonight. 1954 Chevy 3100 half-ton short bed custom cab 5-window pickup truck. Kind of a neat old truck. It's a little rough around the edges, but for the most part it all is still here. As we just saw, it's got some really cool lettering on the door. I'm not really sure where they were going with this. 86 kicks. I don't know if that was some sort of a business or really what they were trying to go for with that. Obviously, it's been on there for a really long time, so probably at this point, who could tell or who could guess? But it is still a neat old pickup. Some nice weathered look to it. It has been sitting for a while. It's got a little bit of rust in it, but not a terribly rusty pickup. But for a 54, it is fairly well optioned as well. So let's check it out. Up front here, we've got the chrome grille that obviously the custom cab pickup would have had. Now, one thing I thought was kind of odd is the lower bar is painted. Upper bar was chrome. I thought, wonder if somebody had changed it. Well, since I picked this one up, I've seen a few others of these and they're the same way. So I don't know if that was supposed to be all chrome or if some of them had a lower painted bar or maybe all the lower bars were painted. I'm not sure on that. One interesting thing about this old truck is right here. You can probably kind of guess where this old truck must have come from. It came off of an old farm, obviously. They had this hitch rigged to the front of it so they could hook this to the back of the tractor, tow it to the field, so when they got done plowing at the end of the day, they could get in the pickup and drive this back home. Even had wires hooked up to it, so literally still has the old tractor hitch right there on the front of it. Went right through the bumper bracket, bumper holes right into the bumper bracket, and bolted it all on there so they could tow this old pickup to the field and have a way home at the end of the day. So another interesting feature, really hard to find pieces for this 54, early 55 style. The stainless window trim for the one-piece windshield, all there and looks great. See the 3100 emblems on there, obviously the 54 style. 55, the early 55 did use a different hood side emblem. So that was one tip to the fact that this would be a 54, as well as the fact that it is closed drive shaft. So the 54s were closed drive shaft, 55 being open. I looked underneath this one and it was a closed drive shaft. Inside, we take a peek in here. Glove box door looks good. Obviously all that dash stuff, 54, early 55 only. Original ashtray is even still there. Factory radio. And if we peek down here, even still has the factory 54, early 55 heater. A few other pieces that are inside the truck. Obviously we see the vent window, but it's right here inside the truck. So some of the pieces that we don't see on the truck are sitting right here in the front seat. Come around the back, obviously we see the corner windows, 5-window cab. Cab corners have a little rust in them, but overall, really the old truck doesn't look too bad. The 54 short bed with the flat top sides. Something else that's kind of tough to find. Aftermarket or probably a homemade rear bumper. There again, obviously we see the hitch on the front of this. So this truck was modified and used as needed on the farm, and that's kind of what we see back here. Had it set up to put a hitch on the back of it. Had the side panels built onto it. Had the taillights built into the bumper with protective rings around them so they didn't get busted up as easily. There again, a lot of things that back in the day, back prior to these trucks being showpieces and collections, hidden in collections, these things were workhorses, and this is what happened to them because they were designed to work and they needed to do a job. As we come up along the driver's side of this old pickup, thought that door would open, but it's stuck. So we can peek inside of here from here and see the other side of the dash. The gauges, the steering wheel, all that stuff 54 only, even the lower molding across the bottom of the dash. And coming back up around the front, we'll take a peek under the hood. There's actually, believe it or not, there's a surprise under the hood of this truck. Obviously, like I said, these trucks were designed to work, built to work. And there was some modification under here to get a little more power out of this. Obviously, in this era, the GMC was well known for having a little bit bigger engine, a little more power. Somebody actually swapped a Jimmy into this old Chevy. So you see it stamped on it right there. Somebody swapped the Jimmy engine into this old Chevy years ago. Now, did they need more power? Was that all they had? Who knows? Back in the day, a lot of this stuff just happened because it was what needed to be done. Maybe this engine blew up and all they had was a running GMC. Maybe they wanted a little more power. Maybe this is one of the bigger GMCs. I don't know. At this point in the game, it's all speculation when we find these old vehicles today. But it's very interesting when we think back and you think about the stories. And what if this thing could talk? Or any of the other 2,000 cars we've got out here could talk and tell their stories. This old Chevy has a pretty interesting one. Jimmy power under the hood. Big hitch on the front to tow it behind the tractor. And it was a custom cab pickup with all the trim. 5-window cab. Kind of a cool old truck. So there again, the stories, the history, the dings, the dents, the scuffs, the worn paint, they all tell a story. And that's what's so cool about finding these old vehicles, thinking about the history, what got them to where they are today, why did they survive, why did they not end up in the shredder, who knows, but hey, at least we do still have some of them around. So cool old truck. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you got any questions about this old Chevy or any of the other 2,000 cars and trucks we've got here on the ground at Nobody Else's Auto, just give me a call, 620-786-4428. That number is in the description part of this video, so we can have a short conversation about your project or what you're looking for a project, year, make, model, body style, the parts you need. All that information is critical for me to know if I may or may not have something here that can help you out with your project. So you like these old cars and trucks, you like memorabilia, gas and oil, signs, toys, check out the channel, Nobody's Show. That's about all we do on here. We love old cars and trucks and the memorabilia side of it as well. So that's what we like to focus on here, and we have a lot of fun doing it. We do a lot of cool live stuff on here as well. You don't want to miss any of that. So definitely hit that subscribe button and definitely hit that notification button as well too, so you can keep up with what's going on here at Nobody's Show. So hope you enjoyed the old Chevy tonight. Stay tuned. We got a lot more cool stuff coming in. I've had a lot of great inventory hitting the ground lately. You don't want to miss any of it. So we hope to see you soon on the next video, and I hope you enjoyed the old Chevy. Thanks for watching, everybody.